Cricket presents the Warmup. Thanks again for joining us, everybody. I'm your host, Neil Beasley. We are in district play pretty much all across the state, and this is where things really get to heat up, so we need to get you warmed up. A lot more teams have byes this week, but still some good football to be played. Let's get things started by taking a look at some key Week 6 matchups in the Louisiana Hot Sauce Hot Zone. Who doesn't like a rivalry game? We got a great one this Friday night at Mustang Panther Stadium as Grapevine takes on Colleyville Heritage in the Battle of the Red Rail. Last year, Grapevine was victorious, marking their first victory in the rivalry since 2018. Speaking of first victories, that's exactly what the Mustangs got last week, and they beat Northside 48-zip for their first win of the season. Grapevine can limit their turnovers. They're a much different team than we saw the first 3 weeks. Meanwhile, Colleyville Heritage just moving along through their schedule, beating the teams they should and challenging the ones they shouldn't. Panthers are 3-1, and Luke Ulrich has been effective both running and throwing the ball. Defensively, they've proven they can grind out. They showed in a 10-7 win over Ennis in Week 3. Colleyville will be the favorite in this one, but one thing is for sure, the winner will have the inside track in the 4-5A Division II crown. The 6-6A district title could be on the line when Louisville visits Coppell. The Farmers only have one loss in the season. That came on the road at Highland Park. Louisville's offense has been as good as advertised, with the proof being last week's win over Flower Mound. Quarterback Ethan Terrell had all night to set up shop in the pocket, and it paid off as he orchestrated 2 big touchdowns in the first half. That offense has so many weapons, including two-way star Jaden Hardy and running back Byron Ellison. It will be difficult for the Cowboys to slow them down. However, Coppell is undefeated, and they've shown that they can put points on the board as well. Their issue has come defensively. They've given up 24 points a game and had to sweat out 2 shootouts in the first 2 weeks. The Edward Griffin to Barron Tipton connection has worked out perfectly this season, as 6 of Griffin's 10 touchdown passes have gone to Tipton. The winner here will be in the driver's seat in 6-6A.
The Hot Zone is presented by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. When you need to bring the heat, make all your game day snacks better with Louisiana hot sauce.
Switch to Cricket and get 4 lines for only $25 each per month. Plus, fast nationwide 5G for all. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Warm up your game day with the authentic flavors of ancient cooking. So thin, so crisp, so good. Xochitl.
We caught up with Aledo's defensive back, Chris Johnson, on the recruiting trail, presented by Xochitl, Chips and Salsa.
Hi, my name is Chris Johnson II. I play DB, and I'm from Aledo, Texas. I feel like through my whole, course of recruitment, me and Coach BC and the whole Arizona State coaching staff had a good relationship and kept in contact. It was really close with my family and me, and just really showed that they really wanted me out there and just prioritized me instead of just seeing me as another player on their roster. I feel like what makes me stand out from the rest is the way I set the tone. I try to set the tone early with the receiver, and I try to set the tone early with my defense, and try to control the game at my pace, and receiver, let him know that he's on my field. It's not the other way around. I feel like, my brother played for Aledo. My whole family, I've been in Aledo my whole life, so it's kind of like coming up. I've always been like, I can't really be in varsity, I can't really be a Bearcat. So I've seen Coach Wood, do what he does on varsity. I've seen Coach Buck. I actually got to play for Coach Buck last year. So finally getting to be on varsity this last year, win state, it's really special, because like I said, coming from being here from kindergarten, just come all the way up and finally win a state championship first year on varsity. We always dreamed about that as a little kid going to the varsity games. So it's a really good experience. Like the relationship with my guys. Like I said, growing up, I had the same group of friends since almost like 4th grade. A couple people moved away, but I really have the same group of friends since 4th grade. So, I'm gonna miss, just hanging out with the guys after games, before games, during the week. Just knowing that I'm playing with like my best friend since Little League. So that's gonna be a special thing that I miss, to be honest. Everyone, every little kid that asked me, like how to stay the course. I mean, going in. I didn't play football in middle school. I stopped in 6th grade, didn't play in middle school, and then got back into it 9th grade and was on the freshman B team. So for all the kids out there, I just want to know that, like, if you really want to be something in Aledo or just in the world, you just got to put the work in. Like I said, I started on B team, then with the JVA, and then varsity started first year on varsity. So I mean, like I said, no one thought that me coming out of freshman B team, I was going to work my way up, but I thought to myself I wanted to work, and I knew that I was going to get where I wanted to get. So I just put the work in, and now I'm where I'm at.
Hey, we can't get our cameras to all the big games, so here's some other ones to keep an eye out for in The Hype, presented by Dallas County Connects. Another huge rivalry game takes place in Flower Mound. It's the Mound Showdown as the Marcus Marauders visit Flower Mound High. Marcus leads the series 13-10, but as always, this game will have serious playoff implications. Flower Mound has already taken a loss in district, but that was the 6A favorite Louisville. Quarterback Jake Watson has been a surprising dual threat for the Jags. He's accounted for 6 touchdowns on the ground and 6 touchdowns in the air. Flower Mound has a signature win already with their upset of Lake Highlands, but they need to string some district wins together to get into the postseason. On the other side, Marcus was left for dead after 3 quarters last week against Hebron, but they came back to life in the 4th to score 17 unanswered, and they won it in overtime. The Marauders' first win of the season, as they overcame 5 turnovers in the game. However, Marcus is still considered a playoff contender as their offense can put up points. Dane Parlin has already thrown for over 1,100 yards in 4 games. Yeah, but he's also thrown for 7 picks. They need to cut down on those interceptions or else Flower Mound will take advantage. In 7-6A, playoff positioning is in play here as Highland Park visits Jesuit. Both teams have 1 loss in district, and they both took the L from Lake Highlands. They also have district leader Berkner on the schedule too, making this one all that much more important. Scots have found something in the quarterback position with Warren Peck. He's accurate and most importantly doesn't throw picks. Highland Park's hope is to use his arm to gain them an early lead. Jesuit started the season with 3 close games, so they know how to play meaningful football deep into the 4th quarter. The Ranger defense will have to slow up the Scots, which is something they haven't done much of this year. So the loser of this game is looking at the 4th playoff spot in 7-6A.
You shouldn't have to come to the internet. The internet should come to you. Let Dallas County help connect your home with free or low-cost high-speed broadband today. Visit DallasCountyConnects.org.
Here's a deal that's not too good to be true. Switch to Cricket Wireless and get a new Samsung A14 5G for the low price of free. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Let's take a look back at who won our defensive title belt, plus we'll see who might come home with one this week in The Buzz. Last week, the Colony completely shut out Denton Ryan in the second half to help them come from behind and get that 27-20 victory and the title belt. This week, keep an eye on the Episcopal School of Dallas. They have a huge SPC game on the road at undefeated Bel Air Episcopal and will need a masterful defensive performance to pull off the upset. Could be an excellent chance for the Eagles to earn that defensive title belt. That's going to do it for today's show. Hey, thanks for joining us. We hope you are warmed up for another round of Texas high school football.